Hey guys, it's Megan and I'm going to talk about some baby names that begin with the letter B. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street. Like, the letter of the day is B, brought to you by Tulip by Any Name. So yeah, silliness aside, I did the A's. I'm going to do this with every letter of the alphabet, and the A's were so much fun, although after I posted it I was like, I missed some good ones, so sorry if I missed some good ones. I'm sure I will for each letter. It's bound to happen. I'll link the A's down below in case you're curious. And yeah, let's go on with the B's. So for girls, I'm going to do girls first. Here are 10 of my favorite B names for girls. I'm going to do them in the order I like least to most, although it's really hard to rank, so this list might be fluid and moving up and down, but yeah, it's okay. You can change your mind sometimes. Number 10 is Bijou. Bijou is not a name I'd really use, but I just think it's really fun to say, and a guilty pleasure name. Guilty pleasure names are often names that are just fun to say and dance off my tongue, and I like them. Bijou is French and it means jewel. Number 9 is Brinley. Brinley sounds very modern and just like trendy and on trend. There are many spellings for it. I'm going to just stick with this one. It's English, it means burnt meadow, and in popularity here in the US right now, it is number 660 with this spelling. Number 8 is Bronte. Bronte is a Greek name. It means thunder. And you might recognize it from the authors, the Bronte sisters, who are wonderful authors. And yeah, that was their surname. Number 7 is Bailey. Bailey is actually the name of a former pet of mine. It's a unisex name, but I kind of like it. And yeah, it's an occupational name. It means law enforcer or bailiff, and it is number 88 in popularity with this spelling. It's another name that can be spelled so many different ways. Number 6 is Bronwyn. I love names that end in wyn, right? They're kind of fun. Bronwyn is Welsh and it means white breast. Okay. Number 5 is Bridget. I'm also going to put like in little brackets or parentheses here Bridget with like original kind of more Irish spelling, because this is the Anglicized version of Bridget. And Bridget means high goddess. It is number 472 in popularity, and Bridget's a popular saint in Ireland and amongst Irish Americans. Number 4 is Briony. Briony is Latin. It's a flower name. It means to sprout. Briony might remind you, as it reminds me, of the little girl when she becomes a woman, I guess, in the novel and the film Atonement. And because of that, I have like a love-hate relationship with this name, because I think it's really cool sounding. I don't hear it a lot. It's not popular here in the US, but yeah, like I didn't like and I did like that character, you know, without getting into the book too much. I think Briony's it's an older name, but it sounds new again, and it's kind of a nice alternative to Brittany, which is kind of losing its popularity. Number 3 is Brooke. I know a lot of people like Brooklyn, which is more popular right now. I just kind of like plain Brooke. Brooke is kind of hovered in the top 100. It's number 86. It's an English name. It means small stream, and I think it kind of just makes a nice middle name. It sounds good with a lot of trendy names as a middle name, I think. Number 2 is Brynn. Brynn is Welsh. It means hill. It is number 190. It's one of those like short ending names for girls that people like Wren, Eden, Bryn, Quinn. Like they all kind of have a similar feel. And it's kind of like a combination too of Bree and Lynn, so you can use it to honor people with those names. I think it's nice if like your father or somebody that your family likes is named Brian. It's a nice way to honor that. And yeah, number 1 is Belle. I think Belle is so sweet. It's a French name. It means beautiful. Yeah, it also makes a lovely middle name. It sounds really, yeah, feminine and pretty, and I think it's a nice way to honor people with the surname Belle, B-E-L-L, which is fairly common. Or if like that was my maiden name, I might use that as like my daughter's middle name, just add that E and be like, you're named after me, congratulations. Sounds narcissistic when I say it that way, but I know some people aren't into like the family trend name, but if you are, I think that's a cool way to do it. So those were my top 10, but I still want to talk about 10 more girls' names that are just interesting and didn't make my cut, but yeah. So number 10 is Brielle. Brielle's a name people are really liking. I just kind of prefer the name Gabrielle, but Brielle is definitely holding itself as a name just on its own. It's a French place name of a cheese producing region, and cheese is delightful, so kudos to you, Brielle. Brielle is number 126 in popularity. It's actually in the last 2 years jumped up 119 slots, so this is a name to watch. It's climbing the charts. Number 9 is Bliss. So Bliss is an English word name. It could be considered a virtue name. It means intense happiness, and it reminds me of the character in the movie Whip It that Ellen Page played, and her name was Bliss. Number 8 is Bernadette. Bernadette is German. It means brave as a bear, and Bernadette reminds me always of the Saint Bernadette. I think there's two, but the one it reminds me of is Saint Bernadette, the little flower. Yeah, it's also the name of a character on The Big Bang Theory right now. Number 7 is Briana or Briana, depending on how you want to say it. Briana with the E spelling is like B-R-E, is number 307 in popular. If you spell it B-R-I, then it goes up in popularity, 234. There's lots of variations of this name. It's a feminization of the name Brian. It means strong, victorious, and honorable, which are really great meanings, I think. Number 6 is Bianca. Bianca is Italian. It means white, and in popularity here, it is number 282. Number 5 is Beatrice. Beatrice is Latin. It means blessed and she who brings happiness, another great meaning. It is number 707 in popularity. I know people also like Beatrix, so if you drop the CE and just add an X, it becomes Beatrix, and that ending, with that ending, it's not in the top 1,000 here yet. For number 4, I have Bethany. Bethany is a Hebrew biblical place name. It means house of figs, and it is number 352. For number 3, I have Briar. Briar is, you might recognize Briar Rose as the name of Sleeping Beauty, like in the Grimm Fairy Tales original version. In the Disney version, her name's Aurora, but her alias, like when she goes into hiding, is Briar Rose. And Briar is an English name, and it means a thorny patch. Number 2 is a name you might not have heard of. It's Bellezza. Bellezza is an Italian name. It means beautiful, and it's just fun to say. I'm sorry I had to put it in here because I want to say it. And number 1 is Brenna. Brenna, I think, is a nice alternative to the more popular Briana or Briana. And Brenna is Irish. It means raven, and it is number 510 in popularity. So those were the girls. Now on to the fellas. So my top 10 for boys, 10 to 1. 10 is Brooks. Brooks is English. It means of the brook. It is number 346. It's like an older name that is coming back into fashion. Next is number 9, Bradley. Bradley is English. It means wide meadow. You can use the nickname Brad if you like. It is number 179 in popularity. Number 8 is Brogan. Brogan is Irish. It means small shoe. It is number 777. Lots of these names for boys on this list are Irish. I often recommend Brogan to people that don't want to use like Brayden or other Irish popular names. Number 7 is Breccan. I'm going to put 2 spellings down because I think they're unique and different. And for Breccan, sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's Irish. It means freckled and speckled. Number 6 is Benson. I really love the name Ben and names that have Ben in them. Benson is English. It means son of Ben, of course, and it is number 719 in popularity. Number 5 is Brody. Brody just sounds like very sporty and like a varsity guy, or yeah. Brody is Irish. It means ditch, and it is number 83 in popularity. Number 4 is Brennan. Brennan is Irish. It means descendant of a sad one. It's not like the best meaning. It is number 293. I used to really love this name when I was in college, Brennan. There's something about it. I don't know if it's like because of Briana and Brenna and those girls' names, if Brennan is starting to sound a little like more unisex to me, I do still think of it as a boy's name though. Number 3 is Brayden, which you might be surprised to hear that I like this name. It's my favorite of the like Aiden sounding names. I wouldn't use it, but I do kind of like it. And I think Brady's kind of a cute nickname, or Brady just on its own. Brayden is an Irish surname. It has a couple of meanings that I found. One book that I have said it means salmon. On the internet I saw it meaning wide valley. Brayden with the Y is number 37 in popularity. Without the Y, it is number 259. There are other spellings too, so if you add them all up, it's more popular than it might seem. Number 2 is Bennett. Bennett is an English medieval form of the name Benedict. Bennett's a name I'm trying to convince myself I like more because it's got the Ben sound, and it means blessed, and it is number 239. And then my number 1 name, you might have guessed, for boys is Benjamin. It's actually one of my favorite names for boys. It's like in my top 3. Benjamin is Hebrew. That's why I was saying like I'm trying to convince myself I like Bennett more because it's a lot less popular, but I just like Benjamin. I think it's fun to say too. And it's Hebrew, like I said. It means son of the right hand, and in popularity it's number 19, so it's pretty popular. And then let's talk about 10 more just kind of cool boys' names that didn't make my cut, but I thought were worth mentioning. And number 10 is Beau. Beau is French. It means handsome. It is number 350. It sounds very much like a soap opera name to me, although I do know someone named Beau. Number 9 is Bentley. Bentley is a name I'm seeing so much of. It's the name of a teen mom's child. You'd think I'd actually really love it, but I don't. It's okay. I don't dislike it because it has the Ben beginning. You'd think that, I would think that's why I would like it, but I don't know. I don't like it as much as those other Ben names that I mentioned. Bentley is English. It means meadow with coarse grass, and it is number 75 and rising in popularity. Number 8 is Baron. Baron's the youngest child of Donald Trump. It's an English word name. Number 7 is Brock. Brock also sounds very like, well, it sounds very masculine and sporty to me. Like, Brock is straight up sounds like he should be a football player to me. It's English. It means badger, and in popularity it is number 325. Number 6 is Bauer. Bauer is a surname. It's also an occupational name. It's German, and it means farmer or tiller of the soil. Number 5 is Branson. Branson is English. It means son of the raven. It is number 371 in popularity. You might recognize this as a character in Downton Abbey. Number 4 is Beckett. Beckett is English and Irish. It means bee cottage, and it is number 330 in popularity. Number 3, is Brighton. Brighton is actually a unisex name, but I can only really see it on a boy. What do you think? Yeah, it means it's English, and it is a place name. Number 2 is Brody. Brody is Hungarian. It means God protect the king. I don't know, it's just kind of a fun, cute little name. And number 1 is Barrett. And it reminds me of the poet Elizabeth Barrett Browning, who's wonderful. Barrett is a German name. It means bear strength, and in popularity is number 435 for boys. So those are my bee names. Let me know what your favorites are. If I missed your name, your cousin's name, a name you really love, comment below and let me know. I'm sorry about that. It's hard. There's so many. You can leave me a video response if you'd like to do this video. If you have done a video on bee names, tell me so I can check it out. I'd love to do that. And down below I'll list all the names and then my contacts if you want to be Facebook friends and talk about names. And I hope that you will have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.